She's not 42, she's 48. Meghan is going crazy and the latest PR photos show her looking really pathetic. Hello everyone and welcome to my Princess Diana News YouTube channel. Guys, I think we really overestimated the abilities of Meghan Markle's publicist. I mean, nothing they post is helpful. They just exposed her to ridicule and made her more and more pathetic. So let's talk about the latest backgrid photos released last night. Photos show Meghan being spotted driving her own car for the second time in less than a week. Oh yeah, interesting news, huh? This time she stopped to buy food at In-N-Out. In the photo, which was taken at In-N-Out, a fast food restaurant near Meghan and Harry's home in Montecito, she donned her usual Rick disgrunt as she waited for her meal behind the wheel of a 140,000-pound black Range Rover. Meghan wore sunglasses and wore her hair in a ponytail. She probably went there from a few miles away, possibly before going to the $18 million Malibu estate she and Harry were said to have recently toured. Well, now some are claiming that this photo was taken by a fan who works there. Well, it's an interesting theory, but I don't believe it at all. I mean, do employees who work at a fast food hamburger joint usually use a long lens camera every day? Is this part of their clothing at In-N-Out? And who was Meghan looking mad at if not the cameras? Or are we to believe that the photographer was just inside, waiting to take a picture of him as he drove away? Oh come on, no way in the world. In-N-Out. I think In-N-Out is a very honest company. There is no opportunity for an employee to take a photo of a customer unless the customer consents to it. And interestingly, we have views from every conceivable point of view. But, isn't it interesting that we only see pictures of Meghan when someone else in the British royal family or Harry is making headlines for something else? Ugh, she does that every time Harry pays attention. And they both do it when William or Catherine gets positive media attention. Oh, Meghan must be so grateful to be photographed by all the photographers who didn't tell her she was going to be there. Of course, it would be terrible if someone thought that Meghan was trying to outdo her husband, who is better known to the public than him. Because he is actually working on an important job. However, Meghan is a little different. He only cares about making the money he thinks he is entitled to. It's funny how we go months without seeing any pap photos of Meghan. But when someone from the royal family or Harry has an event, it's there. Such an interesting coincidence. And poor Meghan, she just can't help it. He needs that attention, this is their fuel. Without her, Harry wouldn't be able to make headlines. Oh, what a miserable being, God. And in these new photos, I don't know what's going on, but Meghan Markle really looks her age, doesn't she? I mean, she looks at least 46 or 47 years old. That I have never seen a 42-year-old with such a deep laugh. His age is actually the same as his. And you know, Meghan, if you haven't made it in Hollywood yet, I'm sorry honey, but it's time to give up on the dream you'll never have. Meghan's only claim to fame is that she is married to an idiot prince. I know what they're trying to do with all these public displays, but at least with me it's actually having the opposite effect. Of course, these reasons were made up and I'm sure Harry thought of them. I mean, he tried to think, but of course Meghan Markle couldn't think anymore to convince Harry that his family really loves him because they do. So he hit the stop button and didn't let go. As I have said for almost half a decade, Harry and Meghan should not be understood as a single person. They are still two separate people. However, it was never about what Harry wanted. Harry didn't really care about money. I mean, he had access to things he even needed. However, Meghan Markle is extremely selfish. He is stingy and malicious. She clings to Harry and tells him that they should expect more from Buckingham Palace. The point is that what they want should be separate because they don't want the same thing. If we look at what happened shortly after these two got married, when Meghan wore the ring on her finger, they were never a couple with the same goals. Answer the question, no, they did not match what they wanted. Harry really wanted nothing and Meghan wanted everything, and when it came to Harry, he wanted to be with someone who loved him and gave him several children and a son. And then he can start developing the areas he wants to focus on at his own pace. Someone like Catherine. But instead he got Meghan and she was the exact opposite of what he really needed. But she was the first woman he contacted who apparently wanted to marry him. Look what it has become now. He was supposed to be the father, but he never left the family estate with his children. He doesn't take them on bike rides. They don't go to swimming lessons. I don't even think if the kids were real then I wouldn't even think they would go to kindergarten. Once again, the most tragic thing will be that these children will not have a family in their lives. Now Harry has no palace to clean up his mess. He and he alone are responsible for what he does. His actions, his thoughts, his truth, whatever he says. I'm sure maybe Meghan is manipulating him, but she is an adult and therefore had the ability to reject the way Meghan proposed. Yes, he didn't want that. He followed her ideas and everything was ready. This is a complicated thing. It's about the psychology of some people who live their lives in completely different, actually different ways, but also the way most of us live. Buckingham Palace protected Harry. I mean, we didn't know about it. We are responsible for our actions and our words. And Harry showed by his behavior that he is a traitor. After Meghan successfully seduced Harry, the brainwashing began that I think he took drugs to make him more manageable. He worked hard to become his puppet. Now, of course, Meghan's next step was to find someone else to find a new victim. But it will be difficult for her because everyone already knows about her. His reputation really outshines him, everyone knows he's toxic and no one wants to mess with him. And Meghan wants revenge. I don't care how she climbs the ladder of success. He would blame Harry for teasing them both for the past years. It is important that no one underestimates the thirst for revenge. I don't understand how they got married. I mean I do. Meghan Markle cheated on Harry. But now it is so clear that they want other things from life. Meghan wants money, she wants fame. She wants constant attention. And I do believe that Harry just wants peace and quiet. He wants to live his life out of the spotlight. I don't think this relationship is ever going to last. At least Meghan is leaving Harry because the two of them can no longer make much money together. I know some of you may not always have time to go through all the comments under my videos, so let's watch together. Now, we'll look at the comments in response to Meghan's Moneyball. I enjoyed reading them and I hope you enjoyed them too. I really like this excellent comment from Hans Last UK. I don't mean to bash the Kardashians, especially since I've never seen anything about them, but Meghan has had the opportunity to meet world leaders, royalty, fashion houses, A-list actors, and more, but because of their arrogance, ignorance and dishonorable behavior, she's lost everything and the best thing she wants is to be friends with her reality TV family. However, I understand that the Kardashians work very hard, which cannot be said for Meghan. Isn't it a wonderful world we live in now? Who do you think was once king or is still king? I don't know. I can't go on. But now she hangs out with reality TV stars and just wants to be on par with them. In fact, they are superior to him. Oh, we couldn't do it if we tried. A lot of the comments I share because I find them absolutely hilarious. This next one, even if it's not funny at all, is still very important and meaningful. From user, ET2, I don't know, a few letters, but still. We can read it together. The hardest part is crying publicly and doing what needs to be done in front of the whole world. I am so proud of King Charles, Queen Camilla and the Prince and Princess of Wales for holding it all together during that terrible week as the late Queen ascended to heaven. A year ago a double rainbow appeared over Balmoral Castle, Buckingham Palace and Windsor Castle to mark the ascension of our beautiful Queen Elizabeth II. We were very lucky that she was Queen for over 70 years. Queen Elizabeth II can light up any city with her charming smile. She was absolutely beautiful and I will love and miss her until the day I die. I will never forget the Queen's last appearance on the balcony of Buckingham Palace. It was an act of will because the Queen was already in a wheelchair and could only walk a few steps in excruciating pain as she was dying of multiple myeloma. Not wanting to disappoint the millions of people who loved her, the Queen got out of her wheelchair and gave us a beautiful smile with Prince George by her side. Stress should be avoided with multiple myeloma, and the Queen went to heaven 6 months earlier than expected. I will never forget how HVM treated our beautiful princess when she died. Oh guys, I got teary-eyed reading this. This is a nice tribute, so thanks for sharing. And you are right. I don't think the world will ever forget what an amazing woman she was, and I don't think anyone can ever take her place. And I think it's going to be incredibly difficult for anyone to forgive, and we're certainly not going to forget what Harry and Meghan did. Well, the next comment I'll share is from Abigail. Harry became famous and allowed his wife to pull him along in search of the elusive fame she wanted but could never get. Nowadays, many people no longer respect him, let alone her. It was like watching the toilet flush and the two of them gradually being forgotten. Real. I mean, it's really crazy to take a step back and remember who Harry is and how far he's fallen. And as for Meghan, well, she didn't go from nobody to nobody. You are right, she will never get the fame she is so desperate for. And I think it's not just about fame, she's infamous. Not only does she want everyone to know about her, she also wants everyone to love her. What happened to him? Why is she so obsessed with looking so much younger than her actual age? Why can't she enjoy the good things that come to us as we grow older? Honestly, if you had told me there was a chance to come back in my 20s, I wouldn't have even taken it. I'm really grateful for the wisdom I've gained as I've gotten older. It's just entertainment. I'm Harry and Meghan's biggest fan. I think this movie is a great idea. I know I'm going to watch this, and I think others will too. Well, that's all our time, folks. So as usual, I'd like to know your opinion. Please let me know what you think in the comments section below. And if you think my videos are useful, don't be afraid to like and share with your friends and loved ones who like them. Also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any updates from the Princess Diana news team. Thanks for tuning in. I wish you a nice day and see you in the next videos.